All right, welcome back to another Real Talk episode, man. I have been thinking a lot about this episode recently because it's something that obviously I do in the country that I'm in. I want to talk about trading in Ireland, the truths, the lies. The whole industry in itself has changed dramatically since I started. I started trading in Ireland back in 2017 when I was 17 years old. And let me tell you, the industry has changed so much. We have so many more traders now. Everything is completely different. We used to have like iMarkets Live, IM Academy. They rebranded. That's a whole different topic and video I want to talk about because that's a long story. I'll tell you that much. I do have a couple of notes that I'm going to be going over as I talk because I don't want to just ramble forever. I do want to make this a good video and, you know, have some good points in it. So let's talk about it. When I first started trading here in Ireland, I was 17, as I mentioned before, and not everybody knew what trading was. I remember people telling me, oh, it's a scam, you're going to lose money, yada, yada, yada. And they were right about one thing. I definitely lost money. I definitely lost a little bit of money, okay? But I made it all back, so it doesn't really matter, okay? So, you know, that's how I started trading. I was in my year before my leaving cert, and I started it because I knew I didn't want to go to college, and I needed something to make money with. And eventually I did, but I didn't make the money as fast as I thought I would make it, okay? That's super important because it was a really long journey. The biggest thing with trading at the time was the fact that, you know, obviously the time zones were like a huge thing. We are GMT, and obviously New York, it's New York time. So I didn't really have the times aligned. I'm gonna just move the camera real quick a little bit, but the times weren't aligning. I was in school and I couldn't obviously trade, but what I would trade, I was either take a trade before school or something like that. I would hold it out for a long time, lose money, yada, yada, yada. Like I remember the first time I invested into an account, I put 750 euro into an account, and my God, bro, I blew that account in like 3 days. It was such a difficult moment for me. It actually hurt a lot. I also think that the mindset, you know, that was here at the time back in 2017 was completely different to what it is now. Now people are a lot more open-minded about, like, you know, maybe the possibility of not having to work like a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, or, you know, being your own boss kind of thing. Like back then, you know, obviously people wanted that, but there was a lot of like stigma around like online money and like trading, and is it a scam, is it not a scam, all this sort of stuff. And at the time there was a lot of like multi-level marketing companies, you know, pushing trading, but they were pushing trading for like the wrong reasons, and they were like, you know, making it like a pyramid scheme type of thing, where like if you tell your friend about trading, you get them to join us, you know, they can learn about trading, and, you know, you get free membership after 2 friends, yada, 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 you're saving money. Anyway, that's a whole different topic and video. The only good thing about actually trading in Ireland is probably the time zones. I mean, New York Open is at 2:30. It's not too bad. London session is nice and early in the morning here in Ireland. So, you know, you're not waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to, you know, take a trade. Like that is, I could never imagine myself doing something like that. I love my sleep way too much. I cannot sacrifice my sleep for that. There's a big difference between maybe working from home and like working a 9 to 5. And I think a lot of people now, we're coming into an era where like everybody wants to make some sort of like online money here. You know, they want to spend more time with their families. They don't want to be stuck in a 9 to 5. And I mean, that's normal. I think it's human nature to want to be able to spend time with your family, you know. And I think there's a lot more information on trading now than there was like back in 2017. The knowledge that we have now on like YouTube and the free resources are 10 times the quality of what it was back in 2017. And I just wish that this information was available back when I was coming up, because, you know, it would have saved me a lot of money. I'll tell you that much for sure. While trading is definitely more popular here in Ireland, I feel like there might still be a lack of community a little bit. Like I don't see any huge creators with like a huge community. You know, we do have a Discord at the minute with 400 members, so make sure to join it if you want to, you know, be a part of a trading community, especially if you're from Ireland. But I have seen some traders in Ireland that have made some great amount of money and have actually left the country to live in like Bali or, you know, some other places. Shout out to, you know, some of you guys. If you know who you are, you know who you are. Now, the thing with trading in Ireland is taxes, okay? Capital gain tax in itself, I think, is like 33% at the minute. I'm not going to tell you what you should be doing with your taxes, because I think you should be seeing somebody for that, okay? But what I like to do is I like to take 20% of whatever I get in any single payout, whether it be from prop firms or from my personal account. I take 20% and I put that away for taxes, because man, like, you guys really got to be looking after your taxes here in Ireland, because if you don't, like, revenue is going to come after you and you are going to get shot down. And the thing is, they'll wait, right? So like, they'll wait maybe 5 years, 6, 7 years while you're making money or whatever, and then they'll just hit you with like a big ass like tax and be like, yeah, you kind of owe us, and then you might not have the money at the time. So that's something else, you know. Now look, with trading, everybody wants to work from home. It's a business that can pay you very well, and it's also a business that can benefit your whole family, your friends, you know, if you share it with them and all that sort of stuff. Like, the thing that trading does give you is freedom. Now, I don't think trading should ever always be your only source of income, because I think that's a bit risky to do, considering that trading is a risky thing to do in general. You're risking money. Now, it's great, gives a great return, but I think it's always important to have a secondary option, or to always have some form of physical business that you can also make money from, because if you don't trade this week for whatever reason, you know, you're not making any money. So either real estate, invest in like an actual physical business, open up a store, open up something, you know, start a business, you know. While that's great, you get the freedom, you don't have to work for somebody anymore type of thing. It does come with its downsides, with the fact that, you know, obviously, if there's not a big community of traders here in Ireland, you know, it is lonely. It can be very lonely job. You know, you know what I mean when I say job. It's like, it's not really a job, because you're on the charts for like an hour and a half a day, but like, you know, it's a lonely business. And the thing is, there's no one there to keep you in check with like your discipline or anything like that. So if you're like slacking, you're going to feel it, and it's going to hurt you like real bad, you know. Now, I have a physical business as well. I don't just trade, okay, but I have a construction business as well at the minute. I work in the construction business, and then I come back home, I take a trade, and then that's an extra however much money. And it's brilliant. You know, I don't have to really answer to anybody. Trading is a business that you could literally be done in like an hour, and then you have the rest of your day to like do whatever the hell you want. The issue with a lot of traders, not just people who trade in Ireland or wherever, I mean, this goes worldwide. You know, a lot of traders, they don't have any real guidance, you know. I mean, there's no structure, constantly jumping strategies. There's no mentorship, no communities. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough. It's not like that. It's not that trading doesn't work in Ireland, because you can definitely make it work. You know, it's just a lot of people are misguided and they don't know where to go or where to look, you know? And this is exactly why I created my program. It's a structured learning path. It's real mentorship, you know? It's a proven system, which is the main thing that you need. You need a proven system. And more than anything, the accountability is right there. Like, you know, whether it's me or whether it's somebody else, like, if you need someone to keep you accountable, and if you don't have a community for that, you are cooked. Like, realistically cooked. I mean, I have a lot of friends that trade here in Ireland, and you know, they're getting payouts, they're getting paid, nothing wrong with that. So it just shows that, you know, you can do it as well. You just need a little bit of guidance, and there's honestly nothing wrong with that. Anyway, if you want to trade with a couple of prop firms, my affiliate code is down below. Make sure to check it out for some very good discounts on some prop firms. And if you want to learn how to trade, just check the link in the description. I'll see you soon.